Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another session of Open Spectrum. I'm Adarsh Dubey, and today I will be joining Dipankar with me, who is the creator and maintainer of KSCTL, a DevOps based open source project. So, without wasting a lot of time, let's bring him on the stage. Hey there, Dipankar.
Hi everyone.
Hey. So let's see who is in the chat. Uh, hey there, Shreya. Cool. Let's just wait for a couple of minutes before everyone joins, and uh, till then, let us know how the Hacktoberfest has been treating you and what you have been doing recently. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. So I was saying ki
Okay.
before before everyone joins, let's just know what you have been doing this October.
Okay. So, in this October, I was basically trying to figure out like how to add the feature for KSCTL, like that installing applications, all the stuff, like moving around with Helm client or something. And so, yeah, it is almost like a feature ready.
Great. So you have been working actively on uh, KCTL. Hey, Code with Pulkit. Hey, Pratik Sirsat. Hey, Suraj. And now let's just introduce ourselves. So, hey there, everyone. My name is Adarsh Dubey. I'm a core team member of WeMakeDevs. Other than that, I'm also a full stack web developer and a freelancer. Dipankar, can you please introduce yourself? Because I don't think anyone else can introduce yourself better than you.
Okay. So, my name is Dipankar and I'm currently in my final year of BTech Computer Science, and also I do DevOps related stuff, and also a Cube Simplify ambassador, and also as you have said, KSCTL creator maintainer, and also do some CNCF project contribution and yeah, in Kubernetes also as well.
Great. I don't think anyone would have been a better candidate than you for this stream because you are a contributor and a maintainer of a project. That is so great because for this session, this maintainer session, my goal is to get to know more about what a maintainer would think, for his contributors, and it's just you explaining the project, right? Because we kind of every day hear from different people, different influencers in DevOps about stuff like how to contribute and stuff like that. But hearing it from a maintainer who is actively maintaining a project, working on a project, would be really different and would be a great piece of advice. So
Sure.
let's not waste a lot of time. And if you want, you can just start your screen sharing and we'll just start with the session.
Okay. Sure. Is there any background noise from my side?
No,
No.
like everything seems fine.
Okay. Sure. Just a second. Let me clear up the screen. Yeah.
Yeah, can I pull that up right now?
Yeah.
Sure. So go ahead, explain what is KSCTL. I know you have some really amazing content waiting for all of us. I'm excited for that as well, and I'm going to take notes behind the stage. So I'll see you on the other side.
Sure. So let's just start with this presentation kind of thing. Okay. So this is the cover letter, KSCTL, the future of Kubernetes management. Okay. So hi, I'm the maintainer, creator of KSCTL. Here are my uh, socials like X and LinkedIn as well. Yeah, let's go towards the problem statements. So, what is the problem in the ecosystem? Okay, so the first problem which we have identified is multiple CLI tools. What does it include? Like the first point says CLI tools dependency. So So as you know, to interact with different cloud providers, you have different CLI tools. Let's say for Azure, if you want to interact, you have Azure CLI. For Civo, you have Civo CLI, AWS CLI, like that. So what it happens is you have to install it, you have to be familiar with, and thus creating a user dependency on that particular CLI to use Kubernetes or something to interact. Okay, like to create cluster for it in AWS, you need to know the CLI. So it's a dependency, and then comes the overlapping tools thing. So what does this say? Like like you all know, like to create cluster, like for instance manage clusters in any cloud provider, you have to use their particular tool set. Okay, it has specific ones particular to that provider, and also common elements like creation and deletion. But the thing is, it has different ways to interact with it. Thus it has common features, but it has different ways. Thus it creates a fragmentation, which is followed in the following point: the fragmentation in the ecosystem. And finally, this leads to inconsistency, like you have to maintain or use multiple CLI tools, or multiple ways to use it. Okay, the second problem is the custom use cases. What do I mean by custom use cases is like if you want pre-installed applications, like if you want, Argo CD for instance, or Prometheus for monitoring, then you specify the applications you want to install, and it will, whenever the cluster creates, it will install those applications, thus making the cluster ready to be used. Okay, and then comes the limited time. In the limited time, it means that as you know, everyone is busy nowadays, and they want their cluster to be fast, as like it should be created as fast as possible. Okay, so that thing is the limited time. Then cluster creation, like the custom configuration for the various CLI tools, you have only single offering, the managed one. And for the self managed, you have to rely on your own IT personals, like how to create, then manage. Okay, the scripts you have to handle, all those stuff. And finally, the learning curve. As multiple CLI tools, you have to manage multiple CLI tools and learn all of them. What are the intricacies and dependencies, all those things. So yeah. So here comes the solution. So what does we solve? So we are solving using KSCTL. Like by the definition, it's a platform automation tool that can interact with multiple cloud providers, making it easier for you to manage multi-cloud clusters, and with just a single CLI and UI. Okay. Yep. A single CLI UI. So here are the some pretty much the standard features for now, like manage clusters, management of the Kubernetes clusters from creation, deletion, and getting what all clusters you have created across the cloud providers. Okay, it's not dependent on a particular cloud provider. You can get what all clusters you have created. Okay, then is self-managed and managed. Like you can choose between what type of cluster you want. Yeah, do you want it to be cloud managed, or it should be a self-managed like HA, which you will be um, handling the infrastructure which you have created for the Kubernetes. And now this pre-installed CNI plugins to applications. The CNI is, for example, is Cilium or Flannel, what you want. Okay, it all depends on the customizations. Yep. Next slide is on the key features of KSCTL, which are it can create clusters approximately 5 minutes from managed to self-managed Kubernetes clusters. Okay, then is the second key feature, which is it's quite lightweight and almost no depend as it's as it is no almost dependency. It's install and ready to go. um, and this customizability as well, as you have options to choose, like you have options from uh, what what all control planes you want for the HA, how many number of, then worker plane how many, then those node sizes, then from self to managed what you want, then the plugin part, like which CNI you want to use, then applications you want to install, all those stuff. Okay. um, for demo time, mm, do we have something, others? I think we can have demo. What do you feel, others? Mm, okay, so let's move the demo part at the end of this presentation. So then comes the roadmap, what we have done till now. Okay. So you can see the future plans and what we have done. For what we have done till now is we have added support for Civo, Azure, and for the local clusters. For the local clusters, we are relying on Kind. Yep. And for the and across this thing, the managed and self-managed HA clusters are there. And for the HA clusters, what Kubernetes distribution we are using, it is K3s for now. Okay. And also you can use CLI tool. You can use the CLI for interacting and creation and deletion, all the stuff. For the future plans, what we are looking forward is support for GCP and AWS, then the seamless UI dashboard kind of thing. Instead of having only a CLI, we are also planning for the UI part as well. Then more integration with the CNC projects, and yeah, and I've just shared that pre-install applications. It's an it's a feature in progress. Um, um, I may be quite a bit early now. Yeah. Then this thing, like how to get involved in this community. You can see in the screen the X. You can follow Cube Simplify in LinkedIn as well, in Discord as well, and for the uh, project, you can refer to KSCTL GitHub repo. Okay. Also, we are looking for more contributions to get more better features as well. Mm, and yeah, Q&A. After Q&A, we will move on to demo, as I think we have time now. Others?
Yes, yes, sure. We will
Okay.
definitely demo. So
Hmm.
everyone who has any question, no question is stupid. Just go ahead and ask your question right in the chat. And till then, can you tell us more about DevOps and DevOps role in Hacktoberfest?
Okay. For the DevOps role, I would suggest is DevOps is a methodology. Okay. So I would suggest is you first learn the project management kind of thing, project development and all those. Okay, and then use some automation tools like GitHub Actions. You can ask, then Jenkins for the testing part, then some linting as well, and all those stuff. Okay, the DevOps will it's a means it comes after project development. Okay, product development. So you first need to understand how the code works. Okay, and then once you understand all those stuff, then you move forward for the DevOps part of thing. Okay, that will be a pretty much a good understanding, like what needs to be done and what all things are there. Okay, I hope it answers the question.
Definitely, that was quite a good explanation. I have some other questions as well.
Hmm.
So till we receive, if we receive any other question from the chat. By the way, we have an excellent point by Pranav Prajapati. Dependencies need to be eradicated, right? Because
Hmm.
the more dependencies you have, the like kind of worse it gets for the project, because project depends on a lot of things. Something crashes and it's just gone. Well,
Hmm.
we have some questions, so let's get on with those, and then maybe we can start with the demo.
Okay.
So the first question is, what kind of contributions does a maintainer likes and looks forward to? As a maintainer, what kind of contributions would you want from the community?
Okay. um, the first thing is there is no difference. Like many folks say that we only do code contribution, or in the docs contribution. Okay, it's in the open source environment. It's similar. It's seen the same eye. So you can contribute in the docs, and then in coding, in any way you can. The best one which I would say is, you first want to fix which project you want. Okay, then you should try to use some of the you should try to use the project. Okay, if you get any issues or bugs, you are quite lucky. You found something. Okay, then if you don't find anything and it works fine, and you are quite interested in the project, you should go to the repo and then search for some good first issues. Or if you are quite a bit experienced now, or you know programming a lot of now, little bit, you can directly check the issues part. Okay, issues, and then you can work on those. And for me, for the KSTL one, we are looking forward for currently the docs side, and documentation in the website which I have shown, shared the link. And for the code contribution, like currently we are moving towards a feature, like adding features. It's quite nice. Then some bug fixes are quite good. Like maintainers like to see bug fixes, feature requests or feature additions. Okay, um, and also some fixes. Yeah, docs are also welcome a lot.
Cool. One question I personally had was, like, I have been contributing in like I generally try to contribute in projects that use React, TypeScript, or like maybe they use Python or something like that. I wanted to know what kind of contributions does DevOps projects have, because writing code,
Hmm.
like not DevOps projects, but general projects, but DevOps related contributions. Because generally, you might find a bug that a link is not working, logic is not working properly. Maybe it's related with
Hmm.
some business logic, logging in issue, something like that. But how do you find DevOps issues in a website or in a project, and how do you solve them?
Yeah, that's quite challenging. Like you don't encounter those particular issues, to be honest. Like the DevOps side, if you get any issues, like you will find in the most viewed one, like in the .github folder. Okay, if you have any suggestions for the pipeline stuff, then it's you have to means ask maintainers beforehand, like creating issues and all those stuff. Whether it's good or bad, they will guide you. Like in most situations, what I have seen, it's quite a low number. Okay, the code contribution for the DevOps one. Basically, it's towards the coding or else in the this one documentations. For one thing I can suggest is for the DevOps one, you can instead try to create your own projects and then try to use these automations. Okay, that will help a lot. Like creation of projects is quite good in DevOps. It will help a
Cool.
lot.
Uh, Thanks for that explanation because I myself have been wondering about this, and I really wanted to ask you this question. We have a question from the YouTube chat, and it is, what is configuration management and its role in DevOps? Bashriya Pandey.
Okay. So you have two things. Like first is infrastructure and second one is configuration of the infrastructure. Okay. You need to understand these two concepts. Like for infrastructure, if you know, the best example is Terraform, which I know that it's and now it's even replaced like OpenTF or something. But yeah, for Terraform, it creates the cloud resources in a code wise manner, like infrastructure as code. Okay, so that it can be repeatable. That is infrastructure part. Okay, and once the infrastructure is ready, then what all applications you install and what all things you patch or something in the operating system or something, that comes under configuration. What all application you install, what all things you it goes into the production environment, all those things. Okay, like configurations part. Like one another one is for securing the OS as well, that can also come under configurations.
Hmm. Thank you. Thanks for that explanation, and I hope whoever asked that question, got a good explanation. We have another question from the YouTube chat, and it is, can can setting up GitHub Actions pipeline in a project counted as a DevOps contribution? I mean, it is definitely a contribution, but will it be
Mhm.
counted as a DevOps contribution?
Like in any open source project, nah, you're saying.
Hmm.
Yeah, it is a contribution. Any single line of code, it's a contribution when it helps in the project.
Uh, how do you think, like, how should I approach to make GitHub Actions related contributions to a project? And
GitHub
you know
actions, okay.
GitHub Actions can be a little overkill for some basic projects. So how do I identify that GitHub action is needed in this one and maybe not needed in this one, and then how do I approach to make
Okay,
such contributions?
like what I've experienced, most of the GitHub actions they use are for testing purposes. Okay, most of them use for testing, some for the, yeah, means sharing to some preview environment, some sharing to some staging environment. If the PR is merged, then that staging environment, some E2E tests. So it, I can't say it like how you can do it, but I would recommend is you first ask the maintainer, like you don't have a like a clear picture what you have to contribute. Okay, if you get that if you get that picture like this is missing, then it's quite good. You can directly ask the maintainers. Otherwise you can ask the maintainer like what all, but I don't think so like it's good approach or something. Maybe you can ask. Let's give a try now.
Definitely, like, just give it a try, and maybe the project needs, right, the maintainer
Yeah.
needs.
Hmm.
Let's move on to the next question. And like, as you said, you don't think that this might be a good approach. Then a following up question is, good practices while making contributions. And I guess this person wants to ask good practices while making DevOps contribution.
Okay. DevOps contributions. Good practices. Um, First of all, you need to check the contributions dot markdown something. Okay, contributions guide. In every part there is a contributions guide. You have to check those. Okay, like, and also there can be some mailing list or something in very big projects, like some Google groups something or Slack channels. There you can ask something. Okay, and then you can get involved. I hope, yeah, you have to ask the you have to ask the questions. Okay, I hope it clears.
Cool. Asking questions, right? Makes
Yeah,
sense.
asking questions.
You have already answered this question related to KSCTL, right? But I would like you to answer this question in a generic DevOps project, and how to get started, how to get in a project and start contributing. Not very related to how to get started in DevOps, but rather how to get into a project. Like you have been you have been contributing as well. So how do I get into a project? How do I get? I'm really sorry. How do I get into a project like something like that comes under the CNC of landscape or something like that? What would be the roadmap for me? Because a person might know basics of Linux, basics of networking, and everything that is some tools, Docker, Kubernetes, and
Hmm.
a person might have made some projects as well. But how do they get into a CNC of landscape project and start contributing there?
Okay, for CNSAFE contributions, I would recommend use that tool. The best way is use the tool. If you if you find interesting and want to get involved in that particular community, then I would recommend join their message groups. For instance, there can be Slack channel or a Discord channel. Join there, okay, and then get involved in discussion. What anything you want to ask or something. Also, you need to check the contributions dot markdown file. Okay, I can't emphasize anymore. That contribution guideline helps you to identify beforehand, like what the maintainers expect from you, how the contributors should file a issue or something. Okay, the format kind of thing, and then find the issues which you are comfortable with. Where for the most people I've come across, they mostly start with the good first issue and then move forward. This is the basic roadmap.
Cool. Like we had the previous session based on open source best practices, and Siddhant was emphasizing on the same thing.
Hmm.
Do check out the contribute.md as soon as possible. Check out all the .md files, right? Because
Hmm.
they are there for a purpose, right? They're just not there to fill up that space. Great, great. Uh, Now a question that I believe everyone wants the answer of this is what should be my long term goal and how to stick with the project during long term. And let me explain this. So the thing
Okay.
is, people aim for GSOC and people aim for suppose LFX mentorship, right? Should I, like, if I'm contributing to a project, should I have that in my mind? Because is this project coming in GSOC? Is this project, you know, applicable, available for LFX mentee or stuff like that? Because uh, like agree or not, students want to do GSOC, right? Everyone wants to do GSOC.
Hmm.
So does this should be in mind if this project is coming in GSOC, or like what should be the
Hmm.
long term goals, and even related to getting a job maybe future in that company who is handling the project. So what should be the long-term goal?
Okay, so first of all, everyone should be clear, like they should not expect open source will pay them. Okay, this is the major mindset. Okay. It's harsh, but it's the truth. Like open source is done when by the professionals, and when they get free time. Okay, they they're passionate about that project, and if you want to continue with that particular project, you should align with their goals and objectives with that company or the product. Okay, you should be using every day. That's the main thing. You should be using it every day. And yeah, you cannot. And also, like, the mindset that you need to crack GSOC or something, you should you should get away with those mindset. You should always focus on learning new stuff. Like, if this project demands this thing, I will learn it. I will help the contributors. I will help the maintainers to bug fix or have feature request something. Okay, and then if you get if you have a good rapport with the maintainers and all those, then you can try to fill for the GSOC or something. Okay, GSOC or LFX. Then you have a higher chance. And also, communicating with, uh, like, you should also be active in a Discord or Slack channels as well. That will also help to increase your chances of getting selected.
Cool. But having it is not necessary to contribute to get in GSOC, right? So having
Yeah,
that thing in mind might not help. Thanks a lot for letting me know that, because uh, like I had kind of the same mindset, but this really helps me out. Uh, I guess we are done with most of the questions, and we do have some time.
oh, okay.
Cool. Pranav has some points to make. Can pick a open source project that hold potential in the future and demand you to push your boundaries. That is so true. That is so
Yeah,
true. I really like that. I guess we can move on to the demo, and let me
sure.
know just when I can bring up your screen.
Yeah, you can bring up.
Sure.
Okay. So I will be using the main branch. Okay. It's not required for you to try it. It's quite buggy sometimes. So I have installed it, make install something. Okay. There's a make file, and also you can check the docs as well. So the first command is, let's say, get. Okay. Let's increase the font. I think it will help. So KSCTL get. So it will get a list of what all clusters you have created. And if you have version, this is the dev version and it's timestamp. Okay. And KSCTL if you give. So these are the main some sub commands like creation, deletion, get clusters, switching between clusters, and CRD. No, sorry, not the CRD. It is the sorry, for the credentials, cloud credentials. Okay, so I will start off with uh, create a local cluster. Okay, I have autocorrect. So what this entire thing shows, like, it is a creating a cluster, Kubernetes cluster for managed provider. Okay, managed provider. Then what should be the name of the cluster? Okay, and number of nodes to be attached to the cluster. This is for the managed cluster. Okay, to be more clear. And these are the feature flags for now, so that I can show you the application installation as well. The feature flags is enabled, like applications feature flag will enabled, and once you specified these things, you are ready to go. Like applications, what will we are planning to install is um, the Prometheus stack, Argo CD, and for CNI we will be installing Cilium for now. Okay, let's install it. It is using kind cluster now. Okay, this is a local Kubernetes cluster. Let's wait for it to finish. By the time anyone have has any doubts or something, Mm. It's just waiting time now. Mhm. It's currently creating the clusters now, the infrastructure, what I say, and also configuration for the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, this is the local kind clusters it is creating under the hood.
Cool. Till then, let me just ask you a couple of questions I have left with me, right? So, one question was someone asked this question to me and they want to review PRs in KSCTL. They have not contributed
Okay,
in KSCTL yet, but they want to review PRs in it. How can they go about it? And like, what should be the general approach to come to you, like as a maintainer, you're a maintainer, right? Come to you as a contributor and tell them that they want to contribute by reviewing PRs and like, stuff like that. How should they approach you?
okay. Like uh, first first condition I would suggest is you should join the Discord channel. Okay, that in Cube Simplify there is a KSCTL CLI channel. Okay, you join there. Okay, and then I would say you should be active quite a bit. Okay, like active in the project somehow, like in the docs or in the code contribution or in the discussion. Then I can, yeah, then I can add you. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. If that helps, then please go ahead and contribute
Mhm.
in KSCTL and any other project.
And here you can see is it has spitted out the kube config which you have to set, and then you can easily access the cluster. Here you can see it is doing Helm install, the CNI plugin. It has installed and it has post install this thing to check the CNI plugin it has installed. Okay, CNI plugin is installed now. Then it is currently installed. Yeah, Kube Prometheus stack for now. Okay, it takes quite a bit of time for this thing because it will be waiting for the pods to get ready.
Cool. Till then, let's just go on with another question. And this
Okay,
is a really good question. And this is for, aspiring maintainers. So the question is, are there any challenges or lessons learned from maintaining an open source project that you would like to share with aspiring project maintainers?
okay. So it's quite hard, I would say. I would say it's quite hard. Literally, it's hard.
Yeah, definitely it's hard. I
It's
have
very
been,
hard.
of maintaining an open source project, which I'm not putting it out, on a huge scale. I'm just looking for, small contributions here and there, and it is still hard that you have to manage, all stuff, and then you have to look at those contributions, comments, issues, PRs in your free time, uh, especially when you want to contribute in other projects as well, right?
Yeah,
But how do you manage all this along with college and having a life where you contribute and especially in India you have to go college and you have to do stuff. How do you manage
hmm.
everything while maintaining such a big project and
Like,
while
hmm.
being active in a project like this one?
Okay. Before I take that, okay, I will share this one. Like here you can see the Q Prometheus is added stack, and yeah, Argos it is also added. Okay, let's then grab the this thing command. Okay, and let's get get nodes. Yeah, we have two nodes. One is control plane, another one is worker plane. And let's dive a little bit deep. Here I think I have increased the, yeah. Mm, yeah, what like forgot what you were saying. Um, that project maintenance thing, na? You were saying
Yes, yes.
like it's hard, but also you have to okay, so time. So the time division is quite important. Like what you want to do now. For me, it was basically doing all the college stuff on the morning and afternoon time, then doing the open source or community driven things at night. That was my goal, kind of. And then you have to understand whether also the priority is quite important, whether you want to do it currently or you can wait for some time. Okay, that thing also you have to check.
Definitely having a priority. I have realized in the past couple of months is having a priority is absolutely necessary, because you cannot just go around doing everything.
Hmm. And here we get the just start these things, and let's pin the port forwarding for Argo CD. Okay, and we'll grab this password. Okay, I have to open a different browser, and here localhost 8080 Argo CD is there. So the password is admin, and what you get from there. Yeah, here we go. The Argo CD is ready. Okay, without any fuss. And also I want to show K9S Grafana dashboard. Okay, where's Grafana? Okay, SVC, the services, and in the services you have this one. Let's port forward it to 3000. I think its password is admin and prom operator. Yeah, here you go. Grafana is also there set. Also you can see some metrics as well. Yeah, it will get filled up after some time. Yeah, there's data points. Yeah, yep, almost completed the demo. Also, yeah, cilium is well left out, and cilium status. Yep, it's okay. Got it. It all looks good. Also, for getting clusters, you will just specify what are clusters you have created. For specific providers, we have minus provider or minus p. You can just short form only for local clusters. Here you can get local. For switching between clusters, the provider and then the name. And for cloud providers, you have to specify the region as well, minus r or minus region. Okay. Here you will get the kube config, the path which you have to set. Okay, this is the location of the kube config. And anything, yeah. And for deletion, just delete it. It will ask whether you want to continue. Yeah, we want to continue, and it will destroy the cluster for you. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it from the demo point of view. Um,
Cool. That was a brilliant demo, and I hope people understood how to use KSCTL, what it is for, what kind of challenges it solves, and how to get started contributing in it. Other things we talked about is generic roadmap for getting into any project, and just contributing in other DevOps project. What kind of DevOps contributions can be there, and how to go ahead and start contributing. I guess that is it for this sessions, as we have discussed everything, and I hope whoever is watching this has learned something new from this. If you have got some value from this, then go ahead, click a screenshot of this stream, and just post it on Twitter. Yeah, post it on Twitter, post it on LinkedIn, tag me, tag Dipankar, tag WeMakeDevs, and at the Red Cube Simplify as well. All the links to all our socials, mine, Dipankar, WeMakeDevs, all are in the description below, so go ahead and check them out. We have the project link pinned in the comments as well, so you can go ahead and check that project out. Definitely give it a star or something like that. Make sure you do something, you contribute something, if not in that project then in some other project, add value to some open source project. Yeah, that is it from me. Dipankar, do you have some last remarks for the audience?
Um, Also, don't stress out in open source. Yeah, make it a hobby kind of thing. Like you want to contribute more to the community. That should be the main focus, and also learning new stuff. Then only you can sustain in this thing. I would suggest.
I believe like that is a piece of advice I would want everyone to know, including myself, because at times people start stressing about open source. But thanks a lot for saying that. And yeah, with this, we will take your leave. I'll see you all in the next session. Until then, see you. Tata. Bye bye.
Bye.